If we don't disrupt the way that we think, feel, and act, something or someone else will.
Bernadette McClelland.
I highly recommend that everything that she does, she really, really knows how to speak from the heart in a way that your brain can actually listen to. She is fantastic. I highly recommend her. So.
Well, I cannot not start today without saying, "G'day, mate." What I want you all to do is turn to the person next to you. I don't care whether it's left or right. I want you to give them a huge high five, a big Aussie "G'day, mate," and tell them they rock. Asking questions that are envisaging, that are taking their client on a trip into the future to help them anticipate the future. Let me just ask you to imagine something. Next week, next month, next quarter. And so I'm sitting there on the couch, crying, thinking, how the heck, at 50 years of age, are we going to get back in the game? And my son walks up to me and he puts his arms around me, and with the innocence of a 14-year-old and the wisdom of a 40-year-old, he says, "Mum, it'll work out in the end. And if it doesn't work out, it's not the end."
Her talk was so inspiring, and it really made me think differently about the way I lead and the way I want my leaders to lead.
They are not buying our shoes and our pies. They are buying our conviction in ourselves. So I don't care if you get your customers to feel angry, if you get them to feel happy, if you get them to feel sad, but for God's sake, make them feel.
I think it's very relevant to what's going on in a business at the moment, and straight to the point, very easy to listen to, great session.
Before I came here this evening, I had coffee with Coral, and we were talking about artificial intelligence, and we were talking about, all the changes that are happening out there in the business world. And I said to her, you know what, it's not about that, it's about a new type of AI, amplified intelligence, your intelligence.
We love working with Bernadette because she is enthusiastic, kind, makes everything easy, and is incredibly flexible. And this is exactly why she is one of my favorite speakers, and I highly recommend Bernadette.
And I believe that our role as salespeople and sales leaders is to become change makers. That what we're actually selling is change. He looked back at me and he said, "That's my wife." It is so important to be remembered. But to be remembered for the right reason. Now here is what I want to leave you with, because some of what you've heard from me today, you might have heard before, and other ideas are brand new. I want to leave you with this question. Is what you've heard from me today enough for you to make a decision to rethink your commercial conversations? Because I want you to nail the storyteller circles. And I've shared this message over many years with many sales teams, and there's one thing I know to be true. It is not the smartest on the sales floor that makes their numbers. It is that person who is bold enough to take that gutsy walk into a C-suite. It's that someone who is brave enough to challenge the status quo of a decision maker, and it is somebody who is brilliant enough to change the face of their business by leveraging story. And that person is you. I'm Bernadette McClelland. Have an amazing day. Thank you very much. Boldness, they say, has genius, power, and magic in it. But do you know what I think? I think your competitors do. Unless you get to that door first, you open that up, you invite change in, you sit it down, and you listen to what it has to say. Thank you very much.